Hello guys, welcome back to another retro movie review. Today we are reviewing Saw 2. Yes, Saw 2 is the next sequel, obviously. If you did miss my first retro movie review for the Saw 1, please go back and watch that. Today we are reviewing Saw 2. Gotta say, this so far, best one. Loved it, preferred it more than the first one. Just gotta say that right away. Thought it was really good. I think from the first one there was not much story, not much context, nothing much really happening. In this one they definitely upped it, in my opinion. Now this movie did come out a year after the original, in the franchise, and this is the first movie directed by Darren Lynn Bowman. He has directed, quite a few of these now, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe I think it is. He's directed quite a few in a row, and you can tell because he's trying to create some sort of story. He is setting up characters. He ended the film with the cliffhanger, which then in the third one he immediately picked up on, and what I was missing from the first one was like a story to sink your teeth into, and that was missing in the first one in my opinion. It wasn't really, it was just a torture film, and that's not up my street. It may be up many of yours, but for me I like a good story, I like some character development, and I like some shocks and spins and all that along the way. Number 2, I really enjoyed it. I've got to say, I really did enjoy it. All the way through the film, I was questioning, who the hell is that guy? Who the hell is the policeman, Eric Matthews? Who is he? Recognize him? He looks like Mark Wahlberg. Well, fun fact, he is Donnie Wahlberg, which is actually Mark Wahlberg's brother. Like I said it all the way through, and it turns out that it was. Obviously, we get Tobin Bell in this movie again as John Kramer, and we get many other people. Not many people in this I recognize, other than, like I said, Donnie Wahlberg, who is basically Mark Wahlberg's twin. I knew straight away. But there is a story in this. There's like basically more than like 2 people. Like I think there's like 6 maybe that are locked in this like house. I think it's like 6, maybe 7. They're locked in this house and they have to like fight for their lives and like kind of like question each other and compete against each other. There's like a thing in the film about like getting a key, getting a lock, and the code is on the back of everyone's neck. There's a number, so you put the numbers together. All these like really like, I don't know, it just felt like it was a bit more creative, I thought, than the first one. There was a lot of creative stuff going on in this one as well. One of the guys had to like go into like the oven to go and get like this like key or like this vaccination thing, I think it was. And then when he went in there, he crisped up. I thought it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. The whole set piece was good. I haven't looked at like how much budget it was there, but it definitely came across that they threw a lot more money at this film, obviously, in terms of the first film just being kind of in 1 or 2 sets. This was like an entire house set they built, and I thought it was really good. Like the actual suspense building, the length of time of the film, as I've said, 93 minutes I think for this type of film is great. It's just quick enough. It's just there's suspense there. You can kind of just get in and out. It's really quick. It's fast paced. The music was fantastic as well, definitely building up that drama. And as I say, the underlying core of this film for me was the story. There was a good story that I felt was... This felt like the first one in the movies, really. Because obviously now like I've watched the 3rd and the 4th one at the point of filming, and this is like the first one of like a mini trilogy within the thing. Even though stay tuned for my other reviews, because it kind of does go back to the first one in many different ways. But I don't know, for Saw 2 as a whole, many people probably don't like this as much as the first one. But this is why I like doing these videos, because it gives you a different perspective of somebody who's reviewing it, who's never seen it. And for me, I actually preferred this one to the first one, because I just felt like it had a bit more going for it in terms of that story element. And not to mention, like the actual like effects and stuff definitely just looked a lot better than that first movie. So rating this film then, what am I going to rate Saw 2? Well, I actually gave it a 4.5 star. I think it was pretty much like near perfect for me. Very entertaining, very thrilling. It was one of those that like, oh, I'm just going to go to the kitchen, pause a sec, I can't miss anything. It was one of those. It wasn't a slow burner. Most films, if you pick up your phone, especially watching like these retro reviews and revisited at home, it's really hard to not pick up your phone and stuff like that sometimes with some films. But this one, definitely, I was fully engrossed, and it is probably one of my favourite like horrors, if you want to put it in the horror category, although I don't really think Saw are horror movies. They are slasher stroke torture, I guess, but I wouldn't put it in the same category as things like The Conjuring and all that. But there it is, 4.5 star. Let me know your thoughts down below. As I said, if you want to go back and watch the first Saw retro movie review, please do. It is on the channel. And of course, subscribe if you want to see all these reviews coming soon. I'm ranking all of the Saw movies at the end. And of course, going to see Saw 10 in the cinema, and then giving my thoughts on the whole franchise as a whole. So yeah, so far so good. Number 2, 4.5 star. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? There's probably a lot of disagrees, but let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.